guys, big announcement time. I know you probably read the title of this video and you're like, what? What is he doing? Well, yeah, it's true. I'm moving again, and in this video, I'm going to explain why and what my plans are moving forward. So before I start, I actually just want to give a quick shout out to Sly Vinyl. It's not like a sponsored video or anything. I just love that they have a damn Richard Houghton shirt. You can get one on their site, and I love band tees, and the fact that Richard Houghton now has one for his new album is awesome. And I love the album. If you guys got lucky enough to grab one before it sold out, congrats. Yeah, this is a great record, great design. And I'm excited to have a t-shirt of one of my friends who happens to be one of my favorite artists. So I'll drop a link below if you want to pick one up too. I'm moving again. I'm going to preface this video by explaining that this year is just not what anyone expected. Last year, if you told me what this year was going to be like, I wouldn't believe you at all. But unfortunately, due to the pandemic and circumstances surrounding it, I feel like a lot of people made decisions that have been rerouted substantially due to the state of the world and what they thought they were going to be able to accomplish. I love New York City. I was excited to move back here. I will always have love for this city. Throughout my life, I've lived around here at various points of my life, in and out, and I will plan on visiting here all the time moving forward. I just do not think that New York City currently is providing for me what I need. First off, the city itself is not going to return to normal for a while, and I feel like the high premiums you pay to live here are not quite justified when a lot of the things you would go to do aren't exactly open or open to full capacity or as fun as they used to be. It's just not the vibe that I was hoping for when I came back to New York from LA. In addition to that, Julia, my girlfriend, and we planned on traveling all this year, making travel videos at record stores and digging in and showing you a little profile on what the store is about, what we find. That was going to be the main focus of the channel, and that obviously was completely derailed as well. Julia is a flight attendant, so that was going to be fairly easy for us to do, and I thought it was such a cool idea, and we plan to do it ideally next year, as soon as things are safe to do so again. But right now, we're kind of caught in this middle ground. My roommates, due to pandemic, have decided to leave the city, and we don't really want to live in this apartment with a bunch of strangers. So as much as I love New York City, we thought, okay, it's time to figure out somewhere to move. So we thought about everywhere in the US that made sense, and we checked off all these different places based on how many boxes they checked for us. My biggest want for the first time in my adult life is to have a room that is not my bedroom slash filming room slash listening room. I want to have a separate space that would allow me to have a studio where I can film, to have a room that I can edit in, a place to actually lay out my collection and listen to with optimal speaker placement and the right size of room so the sound would properly bounce and give me the best sound possible for what I have in my system. I'm not currently equipped for that at all. New York City prices and rooms are just, they don't correlate properly to the size I'm looking for. So we were looking for a place with good cost of living that had a lot going for it in the art scene, good food, and ultimately we decided on Portland, Oregon. That's right, I am moving the records again across the country soon. We are going to be moving at the end of November, and in December we will prospectively be in our new place in Portland. And Portland, I went there not that long ago. I did a little visit. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool place. They have a lot of great record stores, and like I said, the food is great. You're able to get a lot of space for what you pay compared to New York and LA, of course. And I don't know, I just like the Pacific Northwest. I like the weather, the people are really nice, and there's great access to a lot of things. Easy to get to San Francisco, to Seattle, easy flight to LA. And like I said, I plan to go back and visit New York plenty, and I think I'll enjoy this city more visiting it than I will living in it. That seems to be the case. You always appreciate things when you're there for a short time more than when you're kind of entrenched in it. So that being said, I am moving again, and I'm moving the collection, and I have been vetting movers for weeks, and it has been so stressful because there are so many scams out there, so many broker companies that say they will do your move for cheap, and then you give them your haul, and then all of a sudden they load up the truck, give you a price that's 3 times what they told you, and then they hold your stuff hostage. I'm not even kidding. Google it. Look it up. There are so many stories of this happening. I finally found a guy. He's willing to do it. He understands the stakes. The company seems reputable, and I'm gonna go with him. It is like 3 times more expensive than my previous move, give or take, which is not great. It is not ideal. In addition to everything else I'm gonna have to do, which is of course rebuy a lot of my record furniture and of course all the associated expenses of moving into somewhere new. But I'm looking forward to the future. This has been a really tough year for all of us, and I really have high hopes for 2021. I have so many interesting things planned for next year. The first of which, of course, will be a new room tour of prospectively my listening room. The first time I can actually have a room dedicated to vinyl that I also can, edit videos and film videos in. That to me is just a huge quality of life increase that I think all of us would appreciate as music fans. Shoehorning it into your existing home is sometimes cumbersome and not ideal. This is going to be, for me, I think, a whole new way to listen to and appreciate my collection. There's also some other things I have cooking that I don't want to talk about yet, but I promise you, if they go as planned, this channel is going to blow your mind with what I am planning to do next year and beyond. So I really appreciate you guys coming with me this far. There's a lot more, but for now, I hope you guys appreciate the videos that I have done recently and in general. I will have a couple more videos scheduled after this that I've filmed already, and a couple more I plan to film. There may be a few weeks of gaps just as I get ready for the move. There's going to be a lot to do between packing and actually making the move and getting settled in the new place. So there could be some downtime. I'm trying to minimize it for you guys. But lots of great stuff to dig into. If you're new to the channel, I have over 400 videos, and I hope that you can go back and get some recommendations of some great things I've done in the past. And also worth mentioning is if you're in the Too Many Records Facebook group, which if you're not, make sure you join, the link is below. I'm going to be doing a sale before I leave. I got to lighten the load in some way, so I will be selling records, not quite a TMR Fest level sale. That's another thing. I was really excited to do TMR Fest this year in New York. Like I said, I had the venue all picked out. I was booked. I had the date picked, and then no, the world wasn't going to let it happen. So I'm not going to do TMR Fest here. The future of TMR Fest is TBD. Some of my ideas I have for next year might kind of fuse with that and make it an interesting idea that I will share when the time is right. But I will be selling records. Patrons of my Patreon will get a discount on that sale and first look at the list. So if you want to support that, the link is below as well. And I hope that you guys can take home some cool pieces of my collection to help reduce the total amount of boxes that I have to shove into this truck and hope make it all the way there. I already have some records being sent to the other coast to my buddy Roland, who lives in Portland, and he actually watches this channel. He's active in the group. You probably recognize him. So he has a large collection of records amassing in his bathroom, I believe. They have like an unused tub, I think, and all of the records just piling in there. So look forward to a giant unboxing live stream, much like the last time I moved, again when I get to Portland. So I'm excited to explore the Portland scene with you guys, show you guys all those record stores, and then of course, hopefully show you stores all around the world. So look forward to the future of TMR. It is super bright. I'm still working on the book. It is coming along excellently. The record label's chugging along. I got some great releases planned for next year. I'm so happy with how Too Many Records is going, and that's largely in part to you guys for watching and supporting and commenting on the videos and sharing them and everything you do to help support this community. So thank you. Wish me luck for this crazy move. And I'm excited for the next chapter of my life in TMR to be in a new place, a place that respects and loves the arts. And I feel like it'll feel like home to me. And I'm really looking for a place to kind of root down for a bit and really make my life as good as it can be in one location. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts about the move, drop them below. I'm happy to respond. I will do the sale at some point in the next week or two in the group, so make sure you guys are in that group. And yeah, look forward to the next chapter. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your year. A couple more videos down the pipeline, and then a whole new setting and a whole new life. So excited to see how that goes, and I'm excited to take you guys with me. Take it easy.